but I was told the most important people, to remind myself that the most important people are the ones in front of us today. We're Montana tough, and we braved the weather, and we obviously are showing up at a forum about elections. So to say that we're active citizens goes without saying. So welcome to everybody. I think most everybody knows me, except this is the first time I've met a few of the panelists today, and also Shelley Fyant, and we'll get to districting, is here in the back. This is the first time I've met her as well. Shelley is running for a House District 91. Denley Logie is here, who's running for, let me get this straight, Senate District 45. Right. So, I hope we'll make your efforts worthwhile. I'm very excited to have these panelists here today. This is being recorded. It will be carried on. Please make sure you've signed in. I will send you, if you don't think I have your email address, please sign the email address. If you know I have it, then this recording will be sent to you later, probably tomorrow morning. I'm Mindy Ferrell, if you don't know me already, and I'm the current chair of Sanders County Democrats. But if ever there was a nonpartisan issue, it should be our elections process on which our democracy is founded. And so maybe I should introduce myself instead as an election judge, someone who has served there, and in my position I have had the honor of being the official witness, along with my counterpart, Paul Fielder, the Republican Party. We have together witnessed every step of the election process, from testing the tabulator to election night, etc., to audits, and our signatures are on that. And I've gone through 3 different elections because of that. And so I feel like I have been an active citizen, an election judge, and seen the entire spectrum of the election process. Frankly, I don't care if you vote for as an R or a D as an election judge. I'm interested that you take an active part in the election process. Thus, we've entitled this Elections, Integrity, and Involvement. And the forum is being presented by the Democrats, but it's in a matter of friendship and civic duty. And we welcome everybody, no matter your personal views. But, and I can see everybody that's out there, but I'm going to say that there's a few ground rules. We're here to learn from these esteemed panelists, and we're not here to debate the elements. We're here not to disrupt the speakers or each other. Respect and goodwill are paramount. And it is also up to me to say this forum is free to you, but not to us as sponsors. So we have left a collection jar, a donation jar at the front door if you're willing to help contribute to offset our costs. And we thank you for your generosity. What precinct do you live in? With the 2020 census, a bipartisan redistricting commission was formed to take those new population figures in mind and redraw various lines based on our precincts. They included congressional districts. Those lines included Montana's House and Senate districts, down to those precincts. We have maps over here behind 2 election judges and of those precincts. And we also have a computer program that when zoomed in, you can look at your streets and find out what precinct you live in. The town of Plains has changed considerably. South side of Plains and Paradise will join with St. Regis and Superior, and west side of Missoula, into both their House and Senate districts. Precinct 9 in Sanders County, which includes Camas and Dixon, will join with St. Ignatius and Arlee in their House and Senate districts, of which Shelley is a representative, or is a candidate to be a representative. Most of Sanders will still remain intact as a new House District 14, previously House District 13. But we will join with Lake County and with Polson in the newly formed Senate District 7. Again, the maps are over there. We encourage you during your break or even after the speakers speak to go up and ask and look and find out how you can look. This forum is focusing on integrity and involvement, but the elections process of integrity of our elections process has been under attack at the county level, at the state level, over and over again. Even though at the county level, at the state level, and the national level, we have found again that our elections process is sound and strong. Election officials throughout Montana continue to resign under pressure, including only 1 week ago, a submitted resignation of our Sanders County elections official, McKenna Wallace, if you did not know that already. We can wring our hands about asking why there's such a turnover, or we can look at it as an opportunity to step in and be active citizens. Stop into that election office. Bring your questions, your thanks, your warm words. Volunteer to become an election judge. And we have sign-ups available at this same table over here in the elections table. We have flyers that explain the steps and the integrity of Sanders County election process, and also a different flyer that tells us what it takes to be an election judge. I encourage each of us in this room to be an election judge this year. It's a critical year, and training will happen at the end of March. McKenna Wallace is staying for that training. Our democracy is not easy. It takes active citizenry. Thank you for showing up here. Thank you for showing up every time we have an election, as I know you do. But now spread the word, enlist your neighbors, enlist your friends in citizen engagement. Our very democracy depends on it. Each of these speakers will present for approximately 20 minutes, and they're going to go consecutively without questions. And I know and understand that each of you may have questions of them. That index card next to you or on your chair and available elsewhere is there for you to write down your questions. If you want to direct it to a certain individual, please write that down as well. You can send it to the end of an aisle. At the end of our speakers, please put all of your questions up here on this table. During your break, and there's cookies, refreshments in the back, the panelists will look over your questions, and during the last component of today's forum, they will get to as many as they possibly can. Please turn off I need to turn off my phone as well. Please turn your phone on mute. Bathrooms are back here if you don't know the Paradise Center already. And we will be recording, so be mindful. People are free to get up and move around during the time that we have the speakers, but let's be respectful to others. So, we'll start. Fortunate to have 3 esteemed speakers here today. Each offers a unique perspective on our topic today of elections integrity and involvement. They come from 3 different political persuasions, but they are all united in our elections process. Jesse Mullen is a Democrat running for the office of Secretary of State. If ever there was a position in which party should be secondary to citizenship, this is it. Jesse will speak to the integrity of our state's elections system and also the outcome of the Elections Integrity Commission that was formed during this last legislative session. Frank Garner was a 4-term Republican legislator. He rose to the chairman he was a part of and rose to chairman of the State Administration Committee, which oversees legislative bills about election process. He was the chief of police of Kalispell prior to that, and now he is part of a bipartisan group called Montanans for Election Reform. This bipartisan group has proposed 2 constitutional initiatives that, if 60,000 signatures can be collected, will be on the November ballot, our ballots. It would empower voter power over partisan power in our elections. He's here to explain that opportunity and your needed involvement. Eric Bueller is the executive director of an organization called Ranked Choice Voting. He is here to explain the process of ranked choice voting and how it too would empower the voter over party control. And I'd like to welcome them and learn from these 3 individuals today, and I'm only too pleased to turn our attention first to Jesse Mullen.